Hey guys, I'm Kent. Thanks for clicking. Today I'm going to be playing Dolphin VR. Dolphin is an emulator that allows you to play Nintendo Gamecube and Nintendo Wii games on your PC. Dolphin VR is the Dolphin emulator with Oculus Rift support implemented into it. So I've been messing with it. I've been testing out playing Gamecube, different Gamecube and different Wii games on the DK2. Some work a lot better than others, and so far my favorite one to play out of probably the 6, 7 that I've tried is Medal of Honor. So I'm going to be playing Medal of Honor and showing you how well it works. So I'm playing Medal of Honor European Assault. This game came out in 2005 on the Nintendo Gamecube, the PlayStation 2, and the original Xbox. It did not come out on the PC. It's kind of nice to play it on the Oculus Rift because it was designed to be played with a controller, and it's much easier to use the controller to play these games than a mouse and keyboard when you're inside the Rift and you can't see your keyboard very well. Okay, so I had to spend a lot of time tweaking settings to get this thing to work right, to get it to work playable. And that little black dot is a piece of my HUD, my heads-up display that was glitching out, but basically now it's my sight. It's my cursor that I use to aim with. So this game, when you hold down the left trigger, you zoom in the game if you're playing it on the Gamecube, but it doesn't zoom in when I'm playing it on the Rift. Basically what they did is they just kind of put an Oculus Rift camera behind the main camera of the Gamecube games and the Wii games, so it doesn't really know when to zoom in from hitting the zoom in button. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. It'd definitely be better to play a first-person shooter game on the Gamecube or the Wii that didn't zoom in when you didn't need to zoom in when you aim. It's kind of a cool way to play the Gamecube games, to bring back life to your 10-year-old Gamecube games, to play it in the Rift. It's a whole new way to play it. You have a little bit wider field of view. It's now stereoscopic 3D. It feels more like you're in the world, and it has head tracking and positional tracking. One of the problems is that the low persistence doesn't work. Couldn't get it to work. It might just be because my computer and my graphics card isn't good enough, but I'm not able to get the low persistence to work, so it's kind of choppy when I turn my head, and if I turn it off, then it's blurry. And I can lean out here and check out where the bad guys are at without being in harm's way because I leave my tunable body behind me, which isn't very cool either, but at least it has positional tracking. So when I zoom in with this gun, when I hold down the trigger, it doesn't zoom in at all, but it does make my cursor move slower so I can aim more precise, so that's why I'm still doing it. In this game too, when you hold down the left trigger with a regular gun, you don't have a cursor, you just basically aim down the sights. And you can actually get right behind the sights in the gun and close an eye, and you can actually aim down the sights with this game too. But I'm not really doing that, I'm just using that black dot that seems to be working good for the cursor, which in the real game wouldn't even be there, but it's there in this game because it's kind of like an emulation glitch. It's part of the HUD, and I zoomed it way out, otherwise it'd be blocking most of the screen, and I used the VR settings to zoom it way out, and now it's basically like a crosshair that's always there. So I've never played any Medal of Honor games before. I feel like I was missing out. This game's pretty sweet. For being 10 years old, I'm having a lot of fun playing it. It's got this cool mechanic where you hold down the aim and you can use the joystick, the left joystick, to just push over to the right, and you can bounce in and out of cover, basically lean in and out of cover. And I let off the joystick and I go back into cover. push the joystick to the right, and then I'm getting out of cover. So that's pretty sweet. It works for ducking too. If I'm aiming and I pop up and let go of it and pop back down and pop up. With the Dolphin Emulator, you can increase the resolution of a lot of games. The Gamecube and the Wii games, you can make them be higher resolution. But it also slows down your emulator to do that, so I'm playing this one in native resolution, so it looks pretty pixely, because when I tried to increase the resolution and it was too slow, then it emulated too slow. So the scale of everything seems good, and I didn't even adjust any of the settings. There are settings in the game that allow you to adjust the scale and make the guy seem more, to make everything seem more one-to-one realistic scale. There's lots of settings to tweak, and it can be pretty time-consuming to try to get it tweaked to run good. You can lay in this game, you can lay down, or you can duck. The funny thing too about this emulator is that, yeah, it does have head tracking, but I'm looking now over to this guy on my left, just looking at him, and he's not there. There's just an icon floating above his head, and I can hear him and see a shadow, and all I can see. But now if I'm going to use the joystick and turn and look at him, oh, there he is. Turn the joystick away, oh, he's gone, he disappears, because the game is designed to just be seen inside of like your square TV box, and because they haven't quite figured out how to work that yet on the emulator. So if I turn around and look, a lot of things are missing. The guy behind me, he's missing too, and part of the floor is missing. So you probably notice when I'm playing, I don't really turn my head much, because a lot of times things are missing and it doesn't really help to turn your head. Some games are worse than others. Oh, this guy should be behind me. Look at that there. Turn the stick. There they are. Nothing. The whole scene's missing over there. Well, I turn the gun and it all appears, so that's about the way up. All the games are working right now. Some games the scene will stay there, but the characters, the AI, those guys will disappear. I really like the popping in and out of cover technique they have in this game now. Yeah, so a lot of times I'll check to my left with just turning my neck, and I'll think I'm clear. Then I start getting shot, and I turn the joystick to the left, and there's a bad guy over there. It definitely has its quirks and its bugs, but I played this game just using the regular emulator, not inside the Rift, and I played it with the Rift, and I still prefer to play it inside the Rift. It's a lot more immersive and 3D and big. Where you going, Jerry? You can even lean out when you're laying down. It's pretty cool. Almost dead. Gotta remember to keep healing yourself in this game. Your life does not replenish itself. You can pick up health packs. Yeah, it looks pretty low resolution compared to the native Rift games. I guess because it is. It's only 640 by 480. So I'm really liking this game. I've also played, I tried to play James Bond Agent Under Fire. That was too glitchy, couldn't get that to work. I did play James Bond GoldenEye on the Wii. That works really good actually, pretty good. Not quite as good as this one, but it worked pretty good. Time Splitters 2 works pretty good. GoldenEye Rogue Agent on the Gamecube, that works pretty good. Die Hard Vendetta, that worked pretty good. RoboCop, that worked okay. Time Splitters Feature Perfect. It seemed like it was working good, but then it actually crashed. It kept crashing at this one spot. So far, Medal of Honor is, I think, the funnest out of all those. And it doesn't really work much better than them, but it's more fun. And they all seem to have the culling issue where you turn your head and things start disappearing. Thanks for watching! Goodbye! Bye.